What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcast. It's time for a little bit more Subnautica. Are you ready? I went out and I think I got the stuff together that we're going to need in order to make... Yeah, I've got a little bit of lead sitting around. I think it's inside my metals in here. Is it? Yeah, there we go. We got our stuff inside of there. Do I have lubricant? Oh, I do. Well, then it's time for us to make ourselves a moon pool. On the side, I also found diamond while I was cruising around looking for parts and recipes and stuff like that. The diamond is actually over in the Grand Reef biome. It's way over... What has happened here? Where did my blueprint go? Is it gone? Oh, shite. Okay. Well, I mean, I can put it back. How is that hill looking right there? Ideally, I want this to be suspended high enough up to where we can get things in and out of it. That spot might not work due to the hill that's right there. And so I might need to do something with it just to make it work. That hill does look a little low to me. Something like that right there might make it happen okay. I'm going to put the blueprint down right there. And that would put the hallway like right over there though. I think I may need to expand this out ever so much further. I don't want to, but I might need to put in another foundation right there and then put the moon pool right here. The bummer is that foundations cost us lead, and I spent time farming out the lead to make this happen. And so that's not good. However, we do have the stuff, so we can make it happen. I can run out for a little bit of lead. I know, just swing on down to the Rayleighs, hit it up at the Albertsons real fast to go get myself a nice little lead supply. I've also got the stuff together so that we can make the laser cutter, which I think is going to help us along ever so slightly. I made another locker over here specifically for titanium, and I will need to convert some of this into ingots. So I'm going to put it all inside my inventory for right now, keep it all inclusive for a moment, and then we'll swing back on over to this side, and we will put this right here so that we've actually got a little bit of depth to play around with the moon pool. Because, yeah, I don't think that's going to work right there. That's cutting it a little bit close. It's possible we might not be able to get the sea moth in right there. And so rather than take the chance and ultimately almost ruin my life, I think I would very much rather prefer to do something like this. So there's the compartment right there. There's the compartment right there. That's going to be a big old long hallway. And what that'll do is it'll take us back over to this side in the moon pool. That's more than enough depth right there to play around with. And so with the moon pool... Yep, moon pool. What are you up to right now, moon pool? I'm going to put you right there, moon pool. Are you actually going to attach? Or are you not attaching right now? Why does it look like you're not attached? It looks like you're not attached, moon pool. Moon pool, you're beginning to worry me. I feel like that should work right there, but... that seems about right. Let me try it with another building right there. I'm going to put a habitat in right there. And see if that connects its own thing right there. How come the moon pool is not connecting its own thing? Shouldn't it get like its own little tunnel right there? This worries me. Why is this not working the way that I would prefer for it to work? Well, online it says it'll connect like that. It says that it doesn't have it on the ghost or whatever, so I assume it'll connect the way that it's supposed to? I don't really know. Let's play a game of chance, shall we? Let's risk everything. I'm okay with risking it for the bisking it. But we are going to need more lead before that happens. So, in the meantime, let's do something else fun. And let's have a look over here at the laser cutter. We have the stuff. All we need is the poodoo that we harvested out of the booty hole of those weird little explodey cave monsters. And now that we have fully excavated it, believe me, I had to bring a spoon with me. It was no fun. We'll make a laser cutter. So there it is. We have a laser cutter now. We can finally go wreck diving. Hooray. It sounds like that's actually my nickname for all of my past relationships with the ladies. I call it wreck diving because that's pretty much what it is. Just don't go back there. Pretend like it never happened and just move on with your future. So there's a couple things that I'm going to need in order to make this all happen. I think it's all things that I can gather fairly quickly before we go on out. Along the way, if I see any wrecks or whatever, I will be sure to cut my way in. And also, we will put that here on film, even though it's not even on film. It's on digital. It doesn't sound as good. It doesn't sound as good. We need titanium. We need a little bit of this, a little bit of that, some lead. And so I'm going to go have a look around. It's going to be fun. So here's our first wreck. We actually have a cuttable door over here right next to our base. And I think I'm going to take some time to do some salvaging here. Let's see what we've got going on inside of this place. We've got ourselves a new laser cutter. One thing that I thought was kind of funny is in between episodes when I was farming materials, the robot told me that I owed the company, so it said that everything that I harvest on this planet is the property of the Alt Whatever Corporation, and it said that I was $3 million in debt. $3 million! How crazy is that? How am I $3 million in debt? They must be out of their damn... How is there going to be a laser cutter inside the area that I need to laser cut? Seems like shenanigans to me, but I'll just take the freebies right there. What's inside of here? What is that? Propulsion cannon. Oh, we don't have that yet, I don't think. Yeah, there it is. And so we need a second fragment in order to finally make that work. But we've got the first fragment right there. It also looks like, as per usual, I'm sure you guys told me in the comments, it looks like, per usual, we've got a phone call waiting for us. And so we got to check our answering machine and make sure that everybody knows what to do with the sound of the beep. I did one of those answering machines for a while that was like me picking up the phone because it was hilarious to hear people's voicemails. Like, I'd be like, hello? And then, like, after I count, like, to 6, I'd be like, oh, okay. Yeah, sounds good. And then, like, after, like, 10, 15 seconds, I'm like, nah, I'm just kidding. Leave a message. I love those. I love those. Those make me laugh so hard. A lightweight, high-capacity tank. Hell yeah. And then we've got another propulsion tank right there, or another propulsion fragment. That gets us the propulsion cannon. Very nice. This laser cutter. Uh-oh, I'm out of air. I'm out of air. Oh, no, this is so far back away from where I was. Oh, no. Did I get in time? No. I don't think I've ever died in this game before. Like, legit, I think I've never died in this title. What happens when you die? Did I drop items or anything like that? It looks like I dropped a whole bunch of titanium. And that's pretty much all that we lost. It's probably right over there by my body, too. We'll go pick it up. Luckily, we died close enough to base that it wasn't that big of a deal. I forgot about my oxygen. I thought we had time. I was using up too much oxygen by talking. You know how Splatty do. Give me the sea moth. Or, I'm sorry, the sea glide so I can get over here faster. So does it dump my stuff on the seafloor? Or do we just permanently lose that? I don't see anything on the seafloor. I do want that metal right there, though. That metal sounds great. Did I lose anything else that was important? I've still got magnetite and a couple other things laying around. There's a little fishy over here trying to bite me. And I don't have... Oh, there it is right there. Yeah. I just dropped a titanium, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to put this a little bit closer this time around. I didn't know if my HP was going to drop or if I was just going to instantly die. I learned. We did science today. Isn't that fun? With the Sea Glide, what's inside of here? Anything useful? What is that? A mobile vehicle bay fragment. I don't need that, but I do need the titanium, so I'll take it. I'll take yet another fragment of laser cutter, too. Why not? Is there anything inside that shelf right there? That looks like a big ol' negatory, good buddy. And so hopefully... Oh, that's a supply case, though. Disinfected water. Good stuff. I always need more water or whatever. That is another mobile vehicle bay fragment, so we'll take that. And it looks like... Ooh, a battery charger fragment. Hell yeah. Let me get that, though. That's crazy useful, because that means I can charge my batteries now using the electricity from my base. So that's pretty swell. There was no other cuttable stuff inside of here, right? I didn't see anything else that looked cuttable. We just got a ventilation shaft right there, and nothing else looks that useful. Okay. Was there any more chests or anything about back here? Oxygen's fine. Oh, there's a door. Well, there you go. That's why I came back and I checked. I love wreck diving in video games. I've run so many campaigns of like random like Stars Without Number and D&D and stuff like that where you're just like a space salvager and that's your job is just to do crazy Space Hulk stuff and go investigate things. Can I scan the desk? I cannot. Can I scan the chair? I also cannot. I can't really see inside of here. Mobile vehicle bay fragment right there. Okay. And then another one right there. I guess if you make the laser cutter, you've got a pretty good chance ending up with a lot of stuff that you need in order to do your job. Is this a... What is this right here? Can I use that? Check data cable. All right. Can I open this? This is not openable because it is locked. Okay. Well, thank you for being locked, door, and saving me the time. I'm going to get back to trying to find those resources we needed. So we have gathered up all the things we need right now. It was a joyous little run into the blackness and peril of the Hadal depths, but we did it. That's a geological term, Hadal. I think biology people use it too. I don't know. I call them biological people, but technically all people are biological. So I suppose that would make sense to call just people people. But yeah, I think biology people use that too. There's like hadal, there's abyssal, there's a bunch of words. They were all in my sedimentology classes because sedimentology, a surprising amount of sedimentology is just biology and Utah. Oh yeah, I found this weird thing too, but we'll talk about that in a second. I found a weird thing in a cave. I don't know what it is, but it was glowing and it threw off tons of light, and I saw it glowing from outside the cave when I was just cruising by. I went into the cave and I smacked it with a knife and it gave me that thing. I don't know what it is. I have no clue what that is. But I assume at some point it's going to become useful to me because it let me loot it. Why would it be on the loot table, you know what I mean, if I can't use it? So there's all of our stuff right there. Our moon pool. Come on, moon pool, attach. Oh, thank God it attached. Oh, I was so scared. I was so terrified. I was like, oh my God, it's not going to attach and then I'm going to look like an idiot. Whew, I'm so glad I didn't look like an idiot on the internet today. You guys have no idea how a rush of relief washes over me when I don't look like an idiot on the internet today. Seriously, it means a lot to me. The only downside about this place is we can really only enter it from right here, but that's okay. And so there it is. You pull up to right here, it'll suck you up out of the water, and now we can dock our ship right there, and...
Human contact. It is normal to experience psychological discomfort. Research indicates symptoms may be partly alleviated by adopting a pet or anthropomorphizing an inanimate object.
Yep, that's what I recommended a couple episodes. Remember ago? I told you, if you're all alone by yourself, I've done survey work where you'd be alone like forever, just sitting around like in the middle of the desert doing jack shit, nothing but the wind to talk to. And I swear to God, if you talk to yourself or you like just talk to an object the entire time, it helps. Oh shit, my habitat ran out of power. That's not good. So maybe don't dock this at night is what I'm learning right now. Did it fully recharge it at the bare minimum? Its energy is at 73%. All right, pull this out of the dock. Since this is the only place I'm going to be able to get oxygen for a little bit, we'll just park it right here. It's kind of stupid, but we're going to have to develop our power options as well. We're not going to really have much more of an option there. We're not going to produce oxygen for a little bit, and so now would be a great time to start thinking about the availability of things like either thermal plants. It's a pretty good idea. We don't know what the temperature is here, though, and so I doubt that that'll work. But what we could do is if we can get the titanium and the copper together, we can make another power thingamadoobie. And so we need quartz and we needed copper. So let's grab the copper up out of there. And then I think I put quartz inside my salts thing because it seemed like a good idea at the time. With the little bit of oxygen we have left, this is not going to work for right now. This is the downside to having a base that is almost entirely run on solar power. This right here is what is risky about it. So I'll put that in right there. And that's another one. That'll increase our maximum power, and it'll increase our draw once the sun comes back up. But until we get a little bit of sunlight, there's not going to be a whole lot we can do here. But yay, we can charge the battery on our Seamoth now, which is a huge deal. It's actually pretty rad. You want to be able to do that. And we have a nice little exit corridor right there, too. So our base is coming along. I'm happy with it. If you're happy with it, I don't know. I left a doorway right here so that I could put in maybe a V-split on this side, or a T-split. We'll have another building over here, and then we'll have another building right here. And our power center will probably be like 3 stories tall with a power plant on each level. Just so you know what that's looking like. Do I only have the thermal generator? What about my bioreactor? Where is that at? What's going on with my bioreactor? Like, do I even... Miscellaneous? No, it's not in there. There it is. Bioreactor. We need titanium, wiring kits, and lubricant. Absolutely doable. I think we can make this happen. It's time for me to go scoop up a little bit more loot. So, you know what that means. Back inside the habitat, I have farmed up some things that we're going to need in order to make stuff happen. But first things foremost, I'm going to starve to death if I don't eat some food. It's always the simple things that get left by the wayside. You ever notice that, man? I always forget to eat. I forget to eat all the time. But then again, I don't really get hungry. Like, my stomach doesn't really do that. I had some intestinal problems like a year or so ago that you'll remember. And part of the side effect of that is that, like, really, my stomach doesn't work. And so, like, I don't really get hungry. I just sort of like remind myself to eat every now and again. Like I just eat on a schedule because I know I'm supposed to at this point. Got a little bit of lead, a little bit of titanium. Not a lot. I actually thought I had more titanium than that. I felt like I scooped up a lot of titanium along the way, but I guess not. Biological stuff over here. Throw that inside of... Can I not get that inside of there? No! Shit. Okay. Well, give me that. There we go. That'll fit inside of there. And then it just needed to play Tetris for a second in order to make that work. That'll free up a little bit of room. I still got that inside of there, too. Oh, that's full up. Never mind. That's not going to work at all. As far as food goes, I don't actually think I have any food. I should probably spend a little bit of time just farming up like a big old cabinet full of random fish, but I don't even know if I can do that. Like, is that a thing that you can do, or do the fish go bad? I don't know. Throw the gold inside of there, and then we'll think about what we want to craft for our base. I think a bioreactor is a really good plan. I think a bioreactor is a fantastic plan because then I can just throw a whole bunch of like mushrooms and other random shit inside of there and it'll generate power at night. The other option is the battery charger. I need copper wire, a wiring kit, and titanium. Let's do that first. So in order to get the copper wire that we need, obviously I'm probably going to need copper. The wiring kit I think is just silver, I think. So yeah, there's the wiring kit right there. I've been picking up rogue silver while I've been around the entire game, just to make sure that I have some on hand, just in case things go sideways. I don't know where I can put the battery charger, but I'm going to put it inside of here. Like, I know that some kind of customization thing goes over here, but I'm pretty sure I can put this inside of here. I think the customization bench goes around the back on that side. I wonder if it'll let me place things there. Interesting. Because I would be suspicious of that. Let's go ahead and put the battery charger at a suitable height right there. Everything inside my base is going to be built a little bit lower because I'm not a tall guy. I'm not. So do battery cells, can I put power cells inside of here? Or is it specifically only batteries that can go inside of here? It looks like it's just okay. I think you get a power cell charger later too, where it just lets you do one power cell at a time that you can recharge. But if I have anything else around... Do I have any other batteries? I don't think that I do. I think I just have the one extra. I'm pretty sure all of my batteries have gone into all of my random kits, so I might as well just take this with me, and then we'll figure it out later. Now then, our next goal is to go outside the base, and it's time for us to do new things. And so what I'd like to do over here is actually, I sort of wish that I had put a T-junction right here. So let's say that I do that right there. And I kill that off. That keeps us nice and airtight. Let's go for a T-junction. I don't want it to go that way. I want it to go a different way. There we go. Perfect. We'll put it out like so. And now that we have the T-junction right there... Oh, that went the wrong way too. Ass on my face. Okay. Well, that was a waste of titanium. Maybe I should have had like a higher view of it. There we go. You can see why I'm no good at Tetris and Dr. Mario. On that side, that probably wasted what I needed. No, we still got enough. Still got a little bit anyways. I need another compartment over here. Right there. So we've got another multi-purpose room. Haven't decided precisely what I'm going to do with this multi-purpose room. I just don't know. I simply just do not know. I do not know! And then we'll go back up to the top. That's my pain and panic voice. My wife thinks it's funny. I don't know. Her favorite movie is Hercules. And so she got Hercules and Tarzan. Those are the two we end up watching a lot around here. I do not know. I always figured I should do some kind of voice acting, but like, I don't know. I don't even know how you start doing something like that. I have no concept of how you even remotely start doing something like that, and so it just never sort of happened. You can also do curves, which is kind of cool. I like the idea of having curves. Maybe we'll make this our power center over here. We'll have this have all of our reactors and stuff going up. This room is acting as like our main little base area where we've got all kinds of good things happening. I think we can fit 3 lockers to a side over here without getting ourselves into too much trouble. But with the lead that I have on hand, that's not going to be enough. And so I'm finally actually using my metal supply, though, which is pretty cool. I've been stacking up metals for a long time, and it's been tough to get them all out of my inventory. It's the little first world struggles. Got some magnetite right there. Yep, Fe304. Seems balanced to me. Seems about right. Because I think an iron molecule can have like a -3 to like a... It can do all kinds of stuff. And so on that one, the iron is a -4. Or I'm sorry, a +4. And the O is a -2. But I think iron and magnesium both can have a variable negative charge on them, if I remember right. It's been a long time since I took all my geochemistry. It's been a very, very long time. It's been a straight minute. The other thing that we can do is actually we can charge our batteries separately like this, in case you were interested in this as a possibility as well. So we can pull that power cell off, and we can we can use this as sort of a pseudo charger if you want to. You can swap out your dead batteries just like that, and it'll just sit there and it'll get charged up by the base so that you can have an inventory full of batteries that are all ready to go for your Seamoth just in case. I don't really care about that for right now. I would like to get out of the water, please. I don't want to be in water anymore. I don't want to be in water no more. I'm not a swimmer. I just swim a lot. Can I actually see what the charge is on my Seamoth before I get this done? I guess I'll wait for the base to run off. And then from here, the only other option we have is that we need to get out there. I think we're going to go maybe wreck dive that big wreck that was out there. That one we went by a little bit ago. I think 1 or 2 episodes ago we got up in there. And I don't recall exactly what we were doing in there, but, you know, this battery's good to go. Let the base get its energy level back before we tear out on any other adventures. All systems on. Oh, he just did a donut! Get sideways, big underwater critter. That's what I'm talking about. Rally mode. So here's that Gigantor wreck that we were at a day or so ago. And I'm going to look around for an access point. I don't see a door anywhere, but I can virtually guarantee you we can cut into this thing somewhere. And I think it's a good idea just to kind of... just to do the circle. Figure out where it's accessible from. If it turns actually out to not be accessible, I'll be surprised. There's a pretty big grip of metal we're looking at right here. Is it up inside right there? There it is. There's our cut spot. Alright. So let's break out the laser cutter. Oh, really? That's not a cut spot. Really? That seems tremendously unlikely. But I guess the game would know. Game's sitting here being like, why are you trying to tell me my business, asshole? I should know what a door is. It's on my body. My body, my portholes, alright? That's the way that it works. Let's go downwards then. I actually don't see any access points. Weird. I totally thought this one was going to be accessible. Well, in that situation, I guess it's time for us to live a little bit dangerously. Let's go out into the dunes for a little bit. This is probably a really, really bad idea. We got a warper right there. I believe we're in Reaper Leviathan territory. So it's possible we could get swooped up at any moment. I can't tell you on that one. Yeah, I'm going to need some more daylight before we take this risk. I just...
Leviathan class, life forms in the region. Are you certain whatever you're doing is worth it?
Yeah. I mean, considering we pretty much run out of recipes over here, I don't think we have much of an option, although I do think it would be most prudent to wait a little bit. I don't want to go out here, especially undefended like I am. We haven't found the modification bench, and we haven't found the customization table yet. Both of those things would actually be pretty actively helpful in this situation. Oh, well, I'm hungry? Well, I can fix that problem. Let's go grab some fishies out here in the middle of a headlight in a world where everything hunts you by access to light, because that's a genius tactic. I can grab these right here, and we'll get some fishies on deck so that I can get my vitals back up, should it be necessary. I really wish that thing would stop making noises down there. It's creeping me out. Are you sure whatever you're doing is worth it? No, not at all. Not even in the slightest. How is the top hatch just left open and there's no water getting inside of here, dude? We are defying physics right now. I don't know what our job is, but we sure are good at it.
Seek fluid intake.
There's also a little thing over here. What is this? A scanner room fragment. I'll take it for the... I think we already have that, but I'll take it for the extra titanium. Probably just something left over. Yeah, if I had a bit more sunlight, I'd feel better about this, but... You win some, you lose some, I suppose. What is that school of fish doing right there? That school of fish was doing something hella rowdy. I gotta get myself all nice and kitted back up on resources as well. So I'm gonna take some creep vine. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Get that creep vine in there. And then I can just eat that real fast, maybe? Yeah, probably be a good idea. This is the easiest, most accessible anyways, source of food. So that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, I dropped it all. Oh no. Give it back to me. There we go. This is probably gonna break my knife at some point, but it's the best way for me to get set back up with a reasonable status without actually dying. I don't know if you ever considered just eating mouthfuls of seaweed every single day to get by, but it can be done. You can do it. It's not going to be pleasant. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not going to be like culinary genius or anything like that, but it does work. In fact, back in the day, creepvine used to only take up one slot, and so it was probably one of the easiest farmable things you could do in the game. Back in the earlier editions of the beta, you could just stack up like 50 of these things and then just eat them all real fast. And that's pretty much the way that I survived back when I used to play. Keep doing creep vine. My knife's going to go pretty soon, but I think we only need rubber and... Pretty sure we only need rubber. We only need rubber and titanium to make that happen. The metal of the day. Titanium's popular, and that's a big fish right there. I didn't realize how big those things were. I used to be like, how is that fish dealing damage to me? Now I know. He's just gymongous. Let's do something really stupid. We should see and hear them. Yeah, that's some pretty dark-ass water over there. I feel like the game is trying to trick me right now. I can't see worth shit. And I would like to be able to see at least as well as shit. If not better than shit. You know what I mean? Like... If I see anything that looks super interesting down here, I'll get after it. But for the moment... I'm just going to kind of hang out on the periphery. Because we do have sizable biota problems out here. And those Reaper Leviathans have the weirdest tendency to sneak up on me and ruin my life. Maybe we'll try and hit this from a different direction. I don't really know what biome to go to next. I didn't get the things I needed from this biome, which was disappointing. But we should probably figure out something to do with our time. So maybe I'll just tool around for a little bit and try and figure it out. Go on a I suppose, a life-affirming journey to figure out what my purpose is. There's something large over here. But it feels like a trap. Like, you don't just put something like that right there unless it's a trap. It's gotta be. Oh, I do not like this. Oh, this has gotta be a trap. Oh no, I don't see anything around. I don't hear anything around. But I definitely don't... I know that biome right there. That's the Reaper biome, 100%. I know that is. Like, they swirl around the top of that thing. Where's my entry point? I need, like, an access point before this gets any worse. Is there anything inside of there? A propulsion cannon? Yeah, give me the parts to it. I'll take it. And then, just in case a Reaper shows up, I want to be at full health, because it can't actually one-shot you if you're in the sea moth. I think it reduces the sea moth's hull down by quite a bit, but I don't think it's fatal if the thing grabs you. Is that scannable right there? What is that? A light stick fragment. What is a light? Oh, it's just like, it's a straight up, it's exactly what it says. It's a stick with a light on it. Okay. No, like, +2s or anything that it gives me, though, which is a bit of a bummer. I don't see anything right there. Looks like we've got a partially busted door over here that I may be able to squinch myself through. We do have some electrical leaks, which I think is particularly horrifying. I'm not trying to get fried to a crisp underneath the sea. But we do have a PDA right here. So I'll grab that. Corrupted. Oh, really? It's got nothing going on for it then. Okay. Anything else down in here? There's some benches we can scan. Alright, so we have the ability to make benches now. We also have a light stick fragment right here, which I guess will unlock. Oh, a mod station fragment. Hell yeah. Okay, well, that's exactly what we were looking for. So I'm glad we got that resolved during the breadth of this episode. It also looks like we have another door going off that way. Let me get some oxygen back first, though. I don't like our oxygen levels, so let me pop back up in here, and I'm going to breathe excessively until my red blood cells are all ready to go. And then, is there anything inside these lockers over here that I can make use of? Doesn't look like it. Is there anything inside that crate? No. Okay. Friggin' everything's leaking some kind of something in here. That takes us back over to this side and out through the breach. And this takes us where? To a place where I'm probably going to get my balls shocked off. I need a flashlight. I don't see anything sexy inside of there. That might be something right there, like some kind of power cell recharger possibly. I don't know. It seems like it might be useful. I'm going to hop in here, and then we'll hop back out. And I'm going to investigate that a little bit further, too. So is that a scannable right there? What is that? A mod station fragment. Okay. I'll just take the titanium for it then. And then can I slither my way through here at all? Seems like a pretty good recipe for drowning oneself. But I'm willing to take the risk for you, Nerd Castle. I am willing to die to make you happy. Welcome to the world of anything goes YouTubing, where people sell every last bit of shame they have on the internet in exchange for maybe somebody to come hang out with them. Ooh, a floodlight. Nice. Almost missed that. Cool. I don't know what I would do with a floodlight, but I guess I'll do something with it. Back down into the sea moth, and I wonder where the Reaper Leviathan's at. He's around here somewhere. Trust me, he's definitely here. We might not know exactly where he's at, but he dithers. Hello? Ow, that scared me. That was unpleasant. Why would you do that? I wasn't ready to be jump scared yet. Well, I'm going to head back to base, and this is going to be our episode. We got the mod station, so in the next episode, we'll try to piece together some goodies. I think that'll allow us to get the radiation suit, or possibly the pressure suit. And then from there, I've just got to find another piece of the Cyclops. I tooled around this zone right here for like an hour, but I think I've gotten everything from it, and I just don't see any more Cyclops fragments around. I messed around with it for a bit, but I just didn't see it down here. So anyways, my name is Splattercat. This is my video on the internet. And as I said that, there's one right here. Damn it. Or I already had the Cyclops hull fragment. That's cool too. Whatever. I don't really care about knowing what I'm talking about. Well, in the next episode, hopefully we'll maybe get the Cyclops put together. We'll try to do something interesting. We'll work on the mod station. We'll get the Cyclops put together, and I think we'll have a pretty good time. Now, if you like this video, hit the like button. It's the best way to support me as I go forward through my little adventure here on YouTube. Aside from that, you can check out the Patreon if you wanted to support me further. And then finally, if you wanted to hang out live, you can do that on Twitch TV /SplatterCatGaming. Bye, everybody. I'll see you later.